What makes Arch to Freedom unique is our team and our passion. Every single team member is as passionate as I am, and I'm really passionate about the work that we do. Our vision, our mission is to transform the lives of every one of our guests. And in so doing, honestly, transform the lives of our families. You know, our staff and me, we're just not gonna rest until we feel like the job is done.
I love my job. Being a personal trainer and a case manager with Arch allows me the opportunity to help all of our residents enrich all aspects of their lives. You know, being a 12-step program, we really like to emphasize the things needing to be focused on. And that's, mind, body, and spirit, A case manager is someone who helps their clients, learn to stand on their own 2 feet and walk on those feet, throughout life. Really, what we like to do here is we really like to help guys step into life, and that starts here initially with the case management process.
Being told, at 30 years old, you have to go live in a house with 7 other guys, when I've been pretty much on my own since I was 19 was definitely not something that I wanted to do. What I've learned through being in the program and being through treatment and involved in the community is that you have to take suggestions.
I created Arch to Freedom 12 years ago now out of a not so great sober living experience that I had myself. I went to a place that didn't have support, that didn't have the additional staff, and those staff didn't have training. I mean, it really wasn't staff, it was just one person. And I started asking around to some of my friends that were in sober living, what has your experience been like? And it was similar. And I asked myself, why? Why are these places not consistently an environment that provide healing, that provide a space for growth? So Arch to Freedom was born really just out of a huge passion to support others. Over the years, we have shifted and changed and optimized and added staff and added services, really in an effort to meet each one of our guests' individual needs and each one of our families' individual needs.
It wasn't until I actually got to Arch to Freedom that I finally leaned into the program. Once I got through the steps, I finally realized that I want this for me. And Arch has been a big support, encouraging me to have a sponsor, to do the step work, and really keeping me accountable.
Just being around guys that have a familiar mindset and are dealing with the same issues really helps you not only just feel more comfortable, but it gives you kind of a sense of relief.
We take the program here very seriously. And what's really great about that is an integral part of the program is having fun.
We would hang out as a house quite often. Then we have more all-encompassing type community events where all the houses get involved. Arch has provided a lot of spiritual guidance through certain resources. Brian Ritter, namely, who I've really enjoyed spending time with, helping me with meditation practices, helping me with deepening my spiritual journey. You're on your own in a lot of ways, but there's really a sense of community here that is valuable, a sense of community that isn't available a lot of other places.
Our staff is amazing. Each one of them are passionate, committed, willing to go the extra mile. Because like me, they understand what we're doing. This isn't just a job for any of us. This is life or death in a lot of instances. The work that we do matter. How we show up is so important. It's just so important. So we're willing to do whatever it really takes. We have probably 40 years of experience on our team of coaching families and working with families. And we just want to meet the needs of the whole family unit because our guests are going to be more successful if the families have support, and honestly, our families are going to be more successful if our guests have support.
I'm genuinely happy now for the first time in a really long time. I have the best relationship with my family that I could have ever imagined, and I didn't even remotely think that it would happen this quickly.
Nothing beats Arch to Freedom. There's a reason why we're still here. There's a reason why the staff retention rate is so high. There's a reason why we have such a high success rate with our guests that leave here and go on to build meaningful lives.